Happy Friday, ladies. We made it. I'm in a good goddamn mood. What about y'all? Let me remove that and do my shout outs. Patricia is always in this motherfucker, and I appreciate her so much. Kick you, I'm with it. Those Cowboys, fine as fuck. Makes me want to take a trip to Texas. I feel you on that. A Jayla Elise is in the building. Who else? We got Island Girl here. Princess Pie is here. Divested Diva, Little Unseelie, Trina. Merlot is here. Hey, cute Casey. Hey, Medusa. Hey, Luna. Black Barbie's here. We have the Wine Hussy is in the building. Who else? Who else? Who else? Black Barbie. Satin Doll, I love you, girl. Love you, love you. A self first black woman is here. And I'm here, apparently, typing in the chat my damn self. Aquarius Shade, Sky Text now. Let's go. So, did you guys see what's going on in that wonderful country of Haiti? Are you familiar with what the fuck is happening over there? Well, apparently, they're trying to get into another man's patriarchy because they're running away from building their own. Coming to the Texas border and getting lassoed by the Cowboys in Texas. Those of you that are not familiar with this piece of shit story, let's go ahead and watch it, and we're going to break some shit down, and then we're going to celebrate the Cowboys like you already knew we were. Share sound. Choose tab. Let's go. We're going to come back to that one. Believe it or not, There's another story with some lassos going on. Let me get you the right story. I told you guys these folks ain't gonna never change. There's plenty of stories of niggas being lassoed, and I have a ton of them. Border Patrol. Now, let's do this.
Hey, no. No! Hey, you use your women? This is why your country because you use your women for this.
I'm gonna need y'all to catch that again. That motherfucker said you use your women. That's why your country's a shithole, because you use your women for this. They see y'all. We not living in a bubble. All the shit that y'all are witnessing, they see it too. Just wanted to go ahead and put that out there.
No! Hey, you use your women? This is why your country because you use your women for this. You go, that way.
Estamos pasando súper mal, en la familia le manda plata a nosotros y nosotros no podemos comer, y tenemos niños y sin pañales, mira. Ahora tengo que cruzar al lado mexicano con la plata mojada para poder ir a comprar algo para el niño y no tenemos nada ya, no podemos comer. Necesito ayuda con lo que está pasando con nosotros allá, porque tiene muchísimos niños, está llevando solamente los solteros y los niños que ha votado. Imagínate.
Y qué padre que podamos cruzar esta línea y podamos llegar, Señor, al lugar donde tú quieres. Que podamos cruzar y llegar a la frontera y, ¿por qué no, Padre? Llegar al otro lado con nuestros familiares y tener una mejor vida. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
Porque allá están los guardias de mexicanos. ¿Qué puede hacer? No puede cruzar ahí, no puede cruzar allá. ¿Qué tienen que hacer? No hay opciones porque ellos me pueden llevar para esta parte, pero ellos te llevan y te mandan para atrás y uno pierde toda la plata que tenía. Entonces ahí si te llevan allá para México, para Tapachula, ¿cómo me va a venir? ¿Qué va a hacer ahora?
Lè ke nou relè an, nou pak desan, yo fon jan pou nou kalme nou, yo fèmè misyon avè nou, tout bak, yo mèm bat medam yo mèm, bat mesye. Ou di yo bat medam, ki eski bat yo? Ameriken yo.
We're working with the local medical facilities for additional care.
Get your heart off of your sleeve. What you witnessed right there was the Border Patrol doing their job and men from another nation coming to try and pretend like they in some sort of trouble. No, that's your country. Go back and build it. But that's like speaking a foreign language to the motherfuckers. Build is might as well be the B word. Again, they see you. They see the conditions that you're in. And I find it really, really funny, pun intended, that cowboy up there told that motherfucker to his face, this is why you're failing. This is why your country is failing, because you're using your women, and they're using the children too, by the way. Did you see the Dusty trying to play the sympathy card? This is cowardice. This is embarrassing. I don't want to hear about your heart being on your sleeve. This happens over and over and over and over again. Divested OG, what do you think about what just happened here? Because we getting ready to have some fun.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, this is nothing unusual. Instead of building, Japan rebuilds after earthquakes. Why can't they?
Facts. I saw some black women around. Oh my God, the children. Oh my God, look at what's happening. You know whose responsibility it was to take care of the women and children? The ones over there using them to get in other folks' country. Let me tell you something. You in a real bad situation when Mexico won't let you back in. Do you hear me? When Mexico don't want you back in there, you in a bad situation. Let's get your heart off your sleeve real quick and celebrate the Cowboys, because I'm not having this shit. Tired of being associated with mediocrity. Real fucking talk.
Honey, this is below mediocrity, though.
It's a cowboy challenge, motherfucker.
Hey,
I know you fucking lying.
fuck that shit.
You so mean.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up. It's
You ain't fixing to feel sorry.
showdown. They don't
Fuck that shit. Quit being feeling sorry for these motherfuckers. Go home and build something, bitch.
Everybody saddle up. It's about to go down, 'cause it's a showdown.
Fuck all that
They
shit you
don't know
talking.
that I'm a cowboy.
How long is this video?
Yeah, I'm riding
Hey.
with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up. It's about to go down, 'cause it's a showdown.
Wow.
They don't know that I'm a cowboy.
Yes.
Wow.
They don't know that I'm a they don't know that I'm
What you thought I was gonna come out here feeling sorry for the women and children? No, they keep following these stupid motherfuckers. Quit following them. You better get
I
with the
love
Cowboys.
Those
They
black
fine as
cowboy
fuck.
hats get me.
I agree.
Yes.
Go ahead and quit. They need to go ahead and quit following them. I agree. My thing is, you keep following them. I mean, the sympathy ain't gonna lie much longer.
Ew.
Y'all get ready for the videos after this, because they coming. The niggas is mad.
These guys are distracting, DZ.
They fine as hell.
I'm trying to give.
They're distracting.
They are. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm
save
trying
a,
to give
save a
folks.
horse and ride a cowboy.
Listen, I'm trying to get folks' heart off their sleeve, but the women and children, they followed those niggas here. They followed them here, and thank you, thank you, Lady Blackskin. I'm enjoying the view. Fuck the dumb shit.
This is a nice view. I'm loving the view. Great view.
Love me a thick ass country boy. Jesus.
You ladies better get with the program. During a war, the women and children are supposed to side with the winners. Guess who ain't the winners? Okay, if you're interested, these beautiful cowboys here, they do live shows. All right, they are the magic men, and boy, are they magic. Fuck that dumb shit. Nobody's feeling
There's
sorry
only
for
5
you.
of them. I
Look,
wish there was more than 5.
There are. You have to go to their website. There's hundreds of them, dear.
Damn.
That's what you don't know.
Huh.
Now,
Wow. Dog.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, they bothering y'all, I see.
Shit.
Ladies, don't wait until a catastrophe happens. You have to know that's how it's going to play out every time, because your men are cowards. They can't build, they can't provide, they can't protect. That fool stood there and said, they beating the women and children. They beating men and women. Well, stop them. Y'all outnumber them even in that field out there. What you waiting on, sir?
Better
listen,
yet, go back to your damn country and build it.
Man, listen.
It's funny you
For
say
the
that, 'cause
women and
it's literally
children.
all of men and 2 motherfuckers on horses, and they couldn't do shit. Like, what? Push the nigga off the horse.
That's what I don't understand. How come 10 or 20 of y'all can't dump somebody off? I'm just saying, if y'all really wanted to really fight it, y'all could have easily took 2 of them dudes on the horses.
They can't. They're looking to be treated like the women. Hey, shelter me. Hey, my country's going through some trouble. I'm refuging here. Can you help me, Zaddy? I believe they might have watched this video before they got here and was like, that's where I'm going. I want to go there, where the Cowboys are. Y'all getting lassoed, and there are screenshots of y'all looking like 1851. How is this even still possible? How is it still possible? 15,000 to what, 10? And y'all still taking an L? But let's not pretend like they're not used to being lassoed. Let me go ahead and get these fine sons of bitches off of my screen. You'll be back. No worries. Let me show you who else is being lassoed. Don't make no fucking sense. Oh, the women and children. They don't do that shit for you. Anytime something happened to you, they are, well, you know, what did you say to him? Well, you know, nah, bitch. Let's go, y'all. I don't have any heart left. I'm done.
This morning, mounting disbelief over these photos and cell phone video. They show a pair of white police officers on horseback in Galveston, Texas, walking a handcuffed black man they've just arrested to a staging area using a rope.
There's no excuse by the way they treated my brothers. No excuse.
The family of 4-year-old Donald Neely says he suffers from mental illness, is homeless, and has had multiple encounters with police over the years. He was arrested for misdemeanor trespassing.
What they did was real inhumane. It was real degrading.
Y'all hear him? What they did was real inhumane. They're trying to garner sympathy. Some of the most violent sons of bitches on the planet garnering sympathy.
I got a question.
Yes, thank you, Medusa.
So that's his brother. If you know his brother got mental illness and he's homeless, why the fuck is his brother not living with him?
He don't. Do you?
That's the question.
Why would, well,
you got it, Melanie. Go ahead and hit it, because I already know what you finna say.
Read that nigga, Melanie.
If you got somebody living with you, you still got to foresee care for them. You got to be bothered with them. They ain't gonna do none of that.
So it sounds like he deserved what he got then. He's helped. I mean, never mind. I'm gonna just be quiet.
Thank you, Sparkle. Love you back. They know that motherfucker's a problem. And by the way, there's tons of people that live with mental illness that don't commit crimes. I'm sorry. Do you think that your insurance has a directory of mental health professionals if it wasn't common for people to have mental illness? It's common, y'all. And this video is from 2019. Right now, they're pretending like lassoing motherfuckers is something new. You've been getting lassoed since day one. Come on.
They treated my brother as he was a dog.
At a rally last night, the community...
Wherever y'all see this person right here, that lawyer on the right, that crispy bitch here, you know they on some bullshit.
urged police for more than just an apology.
I'm so sick of him.
On a Neely down that road by horses and rope, it was like they was dragging our entire community.
You weren't dragging me.
Galveston's African-American police chief apologized to Neely in a statement, calling the arrest an unnecessary embarrassment, adding that while the officers followed a trained technique, the department is immediately banning its use.
I have to learn from it. My agency has to learn from it.
Hold on. You found out that your chief was one of y'all. I didn't see them saying anything about that. You supposed to be infiltrating, right? So that shouldn't have happened. Y'all got excuse after excuse. The chief of police, where this boy was taken in by rope looking like 1846, that's the boss man right there. He looked like you. Why didn't you hold him to task? Every time something else happens, you hold the chief to task. You're not going to hold this chief to task?
And I commit to you that we will be better.
No disciplinary action has been taken against the two officers. Neely's family wants them fired.
The picture that it paints.
There she is, y'all. What y'all think she finna say?
Systemic racism, all that bullshit.
Oh, it's worse.
Racist.
Oh, it's worse.
No, what she getting ready to say is, my man's these days some kings.
It's worse.
It can't be worse than that.
Anybody who has studied or seen any references to slavery.
There it is.
Oh,
there
God.
it is.
I want them to leave slavery alone. God damn.
Yeah, you know what? I'm over slavery. Come up with something else.
What? Sis said, and you knew it was gonna be a brown-skinned black woman. Are you kidding me? Nobody wants to hear about that anymore. We'll read a history book if we want to hear about that. That's no longer gonna be able to be used as an excuse for the fuck shit y'all doing. Y'all.
Well,
I'm
that's
done.
probably what they had to do to not hurt him either. You never can tell what could have happened if they tried to tase the guy or some other type of force. I mean, this way he was unharmed.
And
there's no right way to arrest a nignog. Like, there's no right way to do it.
Unapologetic is absolutely correct. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it. There is no way to arrest one of them without it being called wrong. They're supposed to be left alone so that they can do their crime in peace.
Crimes in peace. Yeah.
That thing that was talking, that first dude that was talking, that first thing that was talking, he could shut his monkey ass up.
Man, listen. The scene never changes. It depends on who it is, what it is, or whatever. From what the chief just said, this is a normal practice. This is also Texas too, by the way. This is a normal practice in their state. He's not beat up. He wasn't brutalized. His ass is being walked up to the jail. They acting as if they dragged his ass behind the horse and the horse was bucking and shit.
Yeah. Right. Crump looks like a mud pie with a face, with a mouth. Just a pile of mud with a mouth cut in for it. That's exactly what he looks like.
What about the crime he did? Is he supposed to be punished? No. He's mentally ill, so he's supposed to be able to just ravage through Texas how he wants to. Yeah. I have seen some violent arrests. This ain't it, y'all.
Well, that's what I was saying. He's pretty much unharmed. I mean, okay.
I'm on Kanye's side. Slavery was a choice at this point because I can't.
It was a choice. Who stays in something that long unless they love it?
Yeah, like Patricia said in the very beginning, before we even started this shit, she said it's some sort of sexual gratification porn for them because they keep engaging. You got a black chief there. Why haven't y'all flooded his email and picketed in front of his office and say, hey, why don't you go ahead and change the policy? Why we don't like that. But then also you have to be accountable for the crimes y'all committing. So y'all so entitled that you think you can do crimes in peace. And then once you're caught, you can also dictate how you're taken in. Really? That's how what we run. That's what we rolling with. I'm tired of y'all. Let's finish this shit.
I think that's why it's so appalling to everyone.
Online, seething comments about the images. Not a lick of common sense or human decency, tweeted one user. This man is not your slave or your boy, wrote another.
Yes, he is.
No, we don't want to watch more. Let's bring it back to Miss Thing here. Where's her goddamn mammy ass face at? There it is.
For anybody who...
Y'all, that you want to talk about mental illness. Mammying is a mental illness. Mammying is a mental illness. There's nothing on earth that she can say that they have done for us as a collective that she could justify sitting there doing that. That mammying she's doing. I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, y'all. Let me answer this real quick. Divested OG, it's on you.
Why is it always the women coming to the rescue with their little capes on?
What does always that one lawyer do? What does that one
ain't gonna do it?
What is the crispy bitch? The crispy bitch we just seen with the oval head. What does he actually do?
Talk. He talks. He shows up in a suit and he talks. And what's worse, Al Sharpton, the bobblehead.
Oh God.
He is in Texas. Bobblehead is in Texas now. Racism. Ugh.
Why do they need an attorney if this guy is here? You know, there he is.
Why did you do that? I can't stand his face.
Moon emoji. Y'all know, y'all got iPhones. He look like that moon emoji.
Well, we could put the poop emoji over his face, can't we?
Let me get him out of here. I got something better to put up here
Thank
because,
you.
honey, yeah, I don't want to see him no more either. It's wash, rinse, and repeat. Can y'all tell me one case that this man had overturned, or what is? I don't know what he does, and that's a legit question. What does he do?
Well, he actually showed up during the Dylan Roof massacre. That was when he first came on the scene and, wanted to be seen and see everybody.
He sure did.
Well, nothing's changing. You still got people walking towards the border, begging for cover. And I want to ask y'all something else too. When are y'all going to hold those men responsible? Because it seems like you try to hold us responsible for everything. It seems like, oh, you got people over there with black sons. Oh, you got people over there that listen. Hold them accountable, and then you can come talk to me. Until then, shut your Tyrone pleaser, please. Please and thank you. I don't feel sorry for y'all coming over to the border. I don't feel sorry for them, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't. Even with the kids being there, I don't feel sorry. Because the kids have to take on, whatever their parents got going on. That's how it's always been. They it's not their fault, but unfortunately they was born into a system, that their parents have not overturned, mainly their fucking dusty ass daddies. So don't make me bring them Cowboys back up here. Shane, welcome to the panel.
Hey, TZ. Good evening, ladies.
Hey,
How are you doing?
Awesome.
Hello.
Hi.
What you got on the topic?
Well, I don't really have much on the topic. Just what everybody else is saying. I am tired of seeing the pitifulness, and I'm definitely tired of seeing Black women and children being sacrificed for these fucking losers. And in that video where they were all trying to make it look like these guys were real being whipped, I didn't see not one of them be whipped. They were just waving.
I saw I saw lassos, if you ask me.
That's what I saw too. I just saw
yesterday.
lassos on the reins of the horse. Not and neither one of those touched those men. They just kind of ran them with the horses, and one of them grabbed one of the t-shirts. They weren't being whipped.
Richard says he's an ambulance chaser. I have to agree with that. Thank you, Richard Lewis.
Ooh, I love rodeos.
Listen, she wanted to get Crispy Bitch up out of here, so I got Crispy Bitch up out of here, and you can look at some Cowboys while we sit here and drag. I want to know if anybody in the comment section feels sorry for what's going on at that Texas border. Am I being mean right now? Are we being mean right now? Are we heartless at this point? Or are we just to the point where the reciprocity is going to be required before we even say anything kind? So let me go ahead and get y'all the goddamn link. If you feeling sorry for the Crispy Bitch or the goddamn Texas let me in ass niggas. That's
let my people go ass niggas. That's what they are.
Fuck. Well, I have something to say. This is what I want to say. Like, you have some of these like Haitian celebrities. You have like Haitian American people like Wyclef Jean, Garcelle, Jason Derulo. All of them have had something to say about all this. My thing is, how come none of them over the years have tried to help build their home country? They could easily go back down there and help get that place in order.
They could.
Good question.
They could. They don't want to. They want somebody else with a little bit more money. Why can't Elon Musk do it? I heard one of them women say that. Elon Musk is not Haitian.
Musk.
That's not his country.
Girl, get the fuck.
I swear. Jeff Bezos, he has so much money. Why isn't he doing anything? I didn't think Jeff Bezos was Haitian. I'm sorry.
That's not his country.
Elon Musk is too busy shooting cars in the fucking space. Like, he ain't got time to be helping these niggas.
Thank you. It's not Elon Musk's or Jeff Bezos's job.
It's the ones y'all swimming in that pissy ass water at that border. It's
Thank
their job
you.
to do it.
It's their job. And they'd rather swim in the piss than actually fix it.
Honey.
Nobody's going to respect you running. When you run, no one respects you.
No. They don't, and they don't value their women whatsoever.
They don't
You
value
know,
their children either.
I was trying to figure out what the guy's name was that's actually on that horse, because I would love to talk to him because he knew cameras was pointing at his ass and he said what he said. Y'all keep
Hey.
having shithole countries because you put your women in the front line. You know? Welcome to the panel, Luna.
Hey ladies, how are you today?
Awesome. How are you?
Hey.
I'm doing well. Just having some yogurt, watching you guys. I did have something that I did feel bad for though.
Uh-oh.
It was for the policemen who inevitably will get a bad rap because they'll be considered racist, even though they're literally committing fucking crime. And I get tired of seeing that so often. It's like the men will commit crimes and then people will call racism. And it's like, how are you forgetting that this man literally is over here committing felonies? I don't understand that.
Well, the Border Patrol was patrolling the border, and that's how somehow racism. That's literally his job title, y'all. So he's patrolling the border because he's a Border Patrol agent. You have to break this shit down like they in kindergarten because it's the entitlement for me. It's the entitlement. If you ever want any respect, I'm not sure that you ever want any. So maybe I'm just pissing in the wind here. But you're going to have to build your own country. You can't keep running to other men's patriarchy, acting like a whole fucking sissy with your hand out. With your hand out. That's why people are not scared to walk up to you on their horse or on their feet or whatever and tell you, listen, you a sorry motherfucker. You're sorry. And you always have been sorry. This is never going to be any different. Ever. We're gonna have these type of stories. We're never gonna run out of material. I got some other shit I wanted to show y'all, but it's a whole different subject. We'll do that next time. But shit.
But
DZ,
DZ,
yes, ma'am.
when they were kings, they had whole empires, and you guys just didn't write it down.
I need some receipts.
Hold on. Sheila E just said she feels sympathy for all blacks. Okay.
Who said that?
Sheila E. Call in and tell us why.
Yeah, the link is down there. Come on up here and let me know why you feel sorry for all blacks. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, today's Friday, y'all, right? So football is happening in high school today. I have a whole bunch of family members that are they high school football heads on both my black and white side, right? So there was this asshole kid, 16 years old. Right? He's supposed to be playing tonight, but he's not going to play tonight. Why? Because he wouldn't pull his pants up. His motherfucking mother came up to the school today, where my sister works.
Fuck all y'all bitches! Fuck y'all bitches!
Oh God.
Dirty bitch!
So yeah, like I was saying, his mother came up to the school, right? And took up for him. Your son just got a manhood lesson, right? To pull up his pants when appropriate, because you're not going to make them pull it up when they're home in their little toe-up neighborhoods. So she pretty much accused the school of racism because he can't play, although he didn't follow the rules. So basically what I'm saying to the baby in the comment section, if you coddle them, you're not going to get anything. You get what I'm saying? They're never going to get their shit together. You can't coddle grown men at all. So anyway, who, Lauren D? Oh, the chick that came up here? Yeah, she male identified, right? Because she was hollering just like the ape that usually comes up here.
Right.
If you
want
want
to. That ape sperm get in their brain and that shit, I don't know what the hell be wrong with these bitches.
I'm going to have to debate you on the fact that whether they have a brain or not. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
You're right. You're right.
She really came up here screaming like a banshee.
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. That actually triggered the fuck out of me when she did that because I was not expecting it. I actually jumped.
Girl, they are just like they nigga counterparts. I swear to God.
Them, you know what? Them niggas. them niggas are really them niggas that really drove them crazy.
I mean, God damn. It's almost as if they act like schizophrenics. And the only thing that calm them down is some motherfucking Scooby snack or somebody saying, hey, I'm going to give you some of this shit log. And then when she only calm when she afterglowing. I'm looking for this one comment because I'm trying to drag this one too. Hold up.
Hey, that was Bride of Mammy.
I probably, you know who I think that was? I think that was the one that's always harassing unapologetic. I told you I thought that was a woman. I think that was that person.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I call her the Bride of Dusty.
Honey.
The bride, yeah,
You
the
know
Bride
what?
of Mammy.
You know what, DZ?
Yes, ma'am.
Remember that video? Okay, you made a comment during one of your videos where you were like, if you have people who are trying to clean up a bunch of stray cats, but every time they do, they say, you go out there marching, talking about give us our cats back. There's gonna become a time where they're not even gonna come to clean up the cats. And I think that's what we seen on that video when we were watching, where that cop came to a domestic violence dispute and then left when the Dusty pulled out a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, we're starting to see that now.
Yeah, I got that video in the tuck. And then people got pissed at me for laughing at it. My sister in particular. She was like, oh, he ran down the stairs. I beg to differ. He walked down the stairs and told her she gonna deal with her own goddamn Dusty. I'm not fixing to lose my job or get shot by your Dusty because y'all having a moment of discord. I'm not doing it. He said, fuck that bullshit. I don't know if y'all know what video she's talking about, but I got it in the tuck. It looked like I can't find this comment.
Yeah, because now had he had shot him with a gun in his hand after beating his woman, what would have happened? They would have marched. They would have said he was killed unjustly. They would have said he was racist. They probably would have got him fired. They probably would be standing out in front of that man's house harassing his family. It's ridiculous.
Girl.
You know what? I want them to call in and tell us why they feel sorry for all these black people. Please call in, bust down, Dustiana.
I think Sheila. I think Sheila's here. Let me let Sheila up. Sheila, were you the one that was saying that you feel sorry for all black people?
Yeah, I was the one said it. This is my first time on your channel, but I think is I having an echo, ladies?
Yes, because you playing us.
What I'm gonna do is could you put the link back and I'm just gonna.
Okay, this is what you do. You got to put your background on mute. Nothing can be playing in the back, right? So go ahead. You don't have to leave right now. Just put the background on mute.
Nothing in the background. I always do that. I guess I have to fix it.
No, you have to mute the YouTube video.
Yeah, turn the YouTube video off.
Nothing in the background. I always do that. I guess I have to fix it.
No, you have to mute the YouTube video.
Okay, go ahead and go out and come back in because I really want to hear what you have to say concerning, taking up for all black people or feeling sorry for all black people. So I'll be waiting on you. SGOTI, you can forget about it today, honey. Yeah, one of the dusty bitches, she beat you to it. So SGOTI, she took your seat. I only have one seat for Dust, and she beat you to it. She came up here hollering like you normally do. You get what I'm saying? So, Richard Lewis, I appreciate you for the super chat. And I don't know who CJH is. Let's go ahead and get this hollering over with. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, ladies. I just want to say I love y'all so much. You have opened my eyes. I mean, my eyes are mostly open, but I was a bit of a fence sitter. But I'm here now. But yeah, I just wanted to say that Spain right now is having volcanic eruptions in the Canary Islands, and there's no Spanish people, actual people from Spain, running to the U.S. or anywhere else.
That's a fact.
Asking for no help. They're going to rebuild. This is just normal, common, regular stuff. They evacuated, and then they're going to go back and they're going to rebuild their stuff.
That's how you compare apples to apples right there. They're experiencing a disaster, and they're going to stay there and build their own shit. But you knew this was coming with these motherfuckers. You really did. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but I was trying to super chat, but I couldn't. So I'm going to get you in Patreon because for some reason super chat just don't like me. But I just want to say that I love all of y'all so much. Y'all stay divested. Stick with the winning side, ladies.
Always. I appreciate you coming up.
All right, y'all take care.
You too. Welcome back, Sheila. See if your echo is gone.
I'm good now because on my phone I'm fine. Thank you for allowing me to get on your panel. But no, I had came across your photo today, and I was like, that was very disturbing. I said, because I seen the black male hanging from the tree, and then I see the woman just swinging. And I was like, well, strange fruit, male and females, black, was hanging from the tree. But my thing is, see, I haven't seen stuff like this until I got on YouTube.
Stuff like what?
Like males, you know, saying the black woman this and burn the community and this and that, and then the females bashing males and stuff like that. I never seen nothing like that until I got here on
Hold on
YouTube.
1 second, Sheila, because somebody asking me to read Richard Lewis' comment out loud. I had put it up, but they want me to read it. It says, my Haitian mother told me that she does not feel bad for what's going on. She told me that ever since they paid their French former slave owners after they fought for their independence in 1804, showed their cowardice. I agree with your mom 100%. She doesn't feel bad at all. I agree with her. I agree with her. And from what I understand, they're still paying for that shit today. And then you don't get me started. I agree. Thank you again, Richard. Now, Sheila.
Yes, go ahead. Because I know we grown. We could agree to disagree. And I'm just saying, I just find out, you know, it was just disturbing to me. And I want to ask you a question, my sister.
Wait. You can ask me something real quick, but I want to address what you said about there were men and women hanging from trees, strange fruit, right? When the women were swinging in the wind, who was supposed to prevent that?
No, who's supposed to prevent that? The males.
Okay, so when somebody doesn't do their job, they're usually fired. They get a poor rating and they're escorted out of the door by security. This is no different. Every time you see some shit happening to a black woman and they don't pounce on whoever it is, I can't forgive that shit, especially when our numbers are higher than anybody else's numbers. So
I said that.
To be honest with you, you're just at a stage right now. You're gonna get there, because everything that happened to you, 9 times out of 10, if it was horrible, if you go down to the meat and potatoes of it, some black motherfucker man was at the root of it. Am I correct on that or no?
No, no, I disagree with that. Because I ran for city council and board education, and my thing is it don't have nothing to do with my personal life. It don't have to do with my family. My family doing pretty good, but I'm saying as black people, I see a lot of them get a lot of pushback. I'm retired from the state. It is a lot of competition, and it's like some of us like crabs in a barrel. I see that a lot even on YouTube. I see that in real life. Instead of helping one another, why we have to bash one another?
That was a question. I'm going to bash the shit out of them because, number one, black males are our number one predator. I'm going to bash our number one predator. Who do you suggest we bash? Okay, if it ain't our number one predator.
And my thing is like that. We shouldn't bash nobody. We should, if we know the problem. No. If we know
the minute, you're not gonna check me up here. Let's keep it respectful.
No, I was just saying. Why bash? Because sister, if you see a problem,
hold on a second. Don't do your best not to talk over me. Let's go one at a time, okay? Let's go one at a time. Now, hold up. If I can't bash my number one predator, and they're currently bashing me and you, by the way, how does that make us wrong?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, two negatives make a positive, though.
Hey, Sheila, does black femicide offend you and scare? Does that bother you?
No, it don't bother me.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we get you. So, all right. Woo. Black women being murdered doesn't bother you. Okay.
You asked did black murder? Yes, it do.
Yeah, black
women.
It's 1,000 black women so far.
Yes.
That have been killed by black men. Number one, by black men that claim to love them this year.
My grandmother was one. My great grandmother was one.
See, but
Yeah.
when I asked you with something, the most horrible thing that happened, you could go find out that the black man was the root cause of it. You said no, but your grandmother did suffer at the
My
hands of.
great grandmother.
Okay, all right,
I heard a story as I got older.
okay, but it happened.
It happened, yeah.
Okay, so do you normally click the link over on the Manosphere and say, "Hey, stop bashing sisters," and they listen to you like we're listening to you here?
Yeah, I give them the pushback all the time. Matter of fact, I gave them pushback today.
Okay, that's not what I said. Let me tell you what I said. When you go over there with that pushback, right?
Mhm.
Do they hear you out or do they give you pushback?
They hear me out.
Hmm.
They hear me out.
Do you have any receipts on that? Because I know where the Manosphere is. All of us know where the Manosphere is, and they not fixing the list. Especially,
Yeah, I be on Angry Man channel, Kuna channel. I be on Roger Report channel, all the channel.
Okay,
I have
so what?
everything channel.
So what do you say to someone like A-Man? I'm not gonna say his name because he's a piece of shit. But what do you say to him when he's dragging black women?
It depends on what topic he's talking about.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because he really don't have open panels. So we like in the chat or whatever. And like I said, we all dark
That's why I know you comparing apples to oranges. I asked you, were you able to come up there and do this, what you're doing right here? And you're basically saying he let you type in the chat room. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, but sometimes he have like it's not like yours. It'd be like a pit thing where everybody could get there. It's like a rumble. You know how they a rumble and fussing and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then that's why I would get on the panel.
Sheila, I want you to make sure you come back, right?
Okay.
And I want you to queue up some receipts with you being on a panel and you being treated with respect by the Manosphere. I would love to see that.
All right. All right.
Appreciate you for coming up.
All right. And now, please, can you take that picture down?
What picture?
No.
What
While
picture?
black men's hanging from the tree.
No, I absolutely love that picture. That's one of my
We
favorite
like that.
images. I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
gotta have that.
Won't you do this? Won't y'all take that down and put the Cowboys up?
No.
Nope.
No.
We gonna let them hang.
With
I
the
love
shirts
the
on.
As a
We
matter
gonna
of
let them
fact,
hang.
I'm probably gonna make that my default pick when I open up my TikTok. I love that picture.
Y'all a mess. All right, y'all
Oh.
have a blessed night.
All right, you too, honey.
You too.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Get ready because she's flagging.
I'm gonna need to see them videos where her being able to talk shit at Angry Man because that motherfucker is the truth. Welcome to the panel, and Karen Truth. Y'all, I wasn't trying to ignore the super chats. I was just up here trying to, talk to Sheila. Karen Truth.
Hello, DZ. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Hi.
I almost strangulated myself today listening to that lady.
What lady?
The last lady that you were talking to.
Listen. Karen, I literally forgot everything. She said, because I can't, I'd like hump and dump when it comes to mammy rhetoric. I can't with the mammy rhetoric. But yeah. Yeah, it was amazing when she said, I don't care about black femicide. And I honestly don't think she knew what femicide was until y'all taught it to her today. Because when she said, no, she doesn't care, that was a really bold statement to say that she didn't care about black women being murdered. So I'm thinking she just learned a new word today.
Yeah, and I also think if she's talking about she's on the Manosphere panel, she's lying. There were a lot of lies there. And another thing is, I don't think that this woman even cares about other women. I think she probably, she said she's new to this, but the way she's talking and the way she's saying that she's been in other channels makes me feel like she is not new. She knows what is going on.
Yes, I agree. She was caping. That was caping. The picture triggered her. She was basically saying that we all were hung and letting black men off the hook for not stopping that from happening. Yeah, black women got hung. There were several black men around too because the slave masters didn't outnumber the slaves. So they let that shit happen. I'm never going to forgive them for that shit.
She says we shouldn't be talking and bashing people. She says we shouldn't be bashing people, period. But You need to tell them quit bashing black women. They go up for hours.
She'll get tossed off that panel. If
Even
she
I
said
don't
that,
think she even
she'll get
cares.
tossed. She'd get tossed if she say some shit like that in the manosphere, because all of us are familiar with the manosphere. So you got to make it make sense. Welcome to the panel, Shortcake Brown.
Hi, can you guys hear me all right?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. It's been a while. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
The last caller really like triggered me because she doesn't get it, and a lot of black women, I mean, they just don't understand like the position that they're in, as far as when you kept saying that black men being our number one threat. Like they don't get it.
I said it 3 times and she didn't acknowledge that they were our number one threat. That's why I knew y'all, we are outnumbered by women that think like Sheila. And Sheila, no shade, is just a fact of the matter. We're outnumbered by women that want to protect black men in their image when the reciprocity is not there.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the black men, their crime is not being a leader, building, all the things that we've repeated. We know what's the deal in this room. But the only crime like black women really committed was dealing with black men at this point, knowing good and God that their track record ain't for shit. And going back to the Haiti thing, like well, she said that she had sympathy for all black people. For me, I only have sympathy for the black girls that are in that position, because if they're like out in the desert, the men are out there too, and there's going to be lawlessness and bound, and it's just going to be more black girls suffering. We don't need any more black I mean, this is sad to say it, but even the black boys, send the black boys back with their fathers or whoever back to Haiti, have them figure it out. Because back in the day when we didn't have all this infrastructure as far as America, when they were in European countries, they didn't have an outlet. They weren't looking for the next best country, quote unquote. They were sticking around and rebuilding, settling, conquering, doing all of the above. They're not looking for another establishment, another country to get folded into. They have no pride in themselves. Let them figure it out. And if it is that drastic, let the girls in, let the women in, if it's that drastic. But yeah, I have no sympathy for those men crossing the border.
Of course not.
Hey,
Go
Daisy,
ahead, babe.
I'm going to hop off and let someone else take the seat.
Okay. I appreciate you coming up here, Melanie. You always a good addition.
I'm going to go in the chat. Y'all have a good night.
All right. You too, babe.
Bye-bye.
I have a question.
Yes.
What exactly is going down at the border? Because I know Haiti has their own issues. I mean, honestly, I just don't give a damn what's happening over there. But why are they trying to cross the border into America?
Because the place is a shithole and there's no jobs, food, shelter, all that shit. They just got finished assassinating their goddamn president. So instead of the men building, they're trying to come somewhere where it's a little bit more stable and they have more opportunity. And that's some fuck shit right there. Stay there and build your shit. I mean,
nobody's gardening. Nobody's.
I think they ran out of those mud cookies.
Oops.
Oops.
Wow. Wow. The mud cookies got me. Wow. Okay.
Child, I tell you, there was not one moment when Sheila was up here that she addressed our issues. It was my picture and it was let's stop bashing each other. And I'm not in the negotiating stage. And I don't even think Sheila has made it to the negotiation stages. I think she's still, caping, but that's just me. Welcome to the panel, Young Rising.
Good evening, guys. Hey, I just want to come on here and make like a quick few points because it was kind of interesting listening to her because I got the tail end of her message, especially in between where she said that she didn't care about Black femicide. And she did mean that statement because right after she said, oh, Black murder, which means you're including both Black men and Black women. And that's not the same. These are two parallels that don't know. There's a real problem within our community where, as of right now, over 1,000 Black women have been murdered. And on top of that, we have Kelly Price, who is a celebrity, a known singer, is missing.
What?
You didn't know that? It's trending on Twitter. She's been missing for like 3 days. Y'all didn't know Kelly Price is missing?
No.
Yes. She's missing.
Damn, I have to, research that shit. I didn't know that. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, she's been missing. Hold on. Singer Kelly Price is missing in Georgia after COVID battle. Yeah.
Damn, I hope she's all right. I had no idea. And it's almost as if, like you just said, with the femicide thing, she did turn it into black people being murdered. Well, who's murdering black people the most? Other black people. So there's really nowhere to go. You're gonna paint yourself into a corner trying to cape for black men, because trying to make it to where they don't have any responsibility and they just need to be left alone, that's going to paint you into a corner every single time. And their issues are not our issues. They've made it clear that your issues don't matter. BLM has made it clear that your issues don't matter. The Manosphere has done the same thing, and a lot of black women are doing the same exact thing. They don't give a fuck. Like, I saw that one. He's another crispy bitch. The dude that died of a heroin overdose earlier last week.
The guy from The Wire.
Right. That I got that information immediately. I hadn't heard of Kelly Price being missing until you came up here. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know how often you are on Twitter, but I literally just looked at it like maybe 20 minutes ago, and that's when it came up. So she's trending #1 right now. So hopefully we find where she is, because it shocked me that she's missing. Like, how do you miss Kelly Price?
Damn. That's what I'm saying, man. Is there anyone, because they love jumping on lives when black women do something off the chain or crazy or something they don't like or way they can drag us. I'm on my other tab. I don't see a motherfucker live talking about Kelly Price being missing, because they don't care. They don't give a fuck. So
they're always trying to censor you somehow. That I've seen since I've been coming here, DZ. I've seen so many different angles at trying to censor what you have up and what you say, and what the people on your panel say. And it's always been some male identified person triggered by the picture. They're triggered by what we say and how we say it, and they want to censor you. But I bet you damn well she was not over on any of those Manosphere channels saying, well, you guys should stop that. Stop that. I bet you anything.
I get the feeling that it's more like, well, what can we do to make you guys want us again? That's the feeling I'm getting.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. Tell me what you like so I can be the opposite of that. That's where I'm at. Tell me what you want in a woman so I can do something completely opposite. Because I listen, I don't want Dusty's attracted to me. I don't want to be in the middle of Texas trying to crawl over piss water to get in somebody else's country.
I also wanted to add this into the conversation because we were speaking about it on the Discord. I think this is a great opportunity for Black women, because especially those Haitian Black women and Black women in America, because one, I think that Haitian women could be beneficial. They can bring in some of their culture. I also think that it's going to put a microscope under Black men, Haitian Black men, because they have the choice of deciding whether or not they're actually going to provide and stay with their women now that they're in another country. And I think everybody's going to be looking at that. And it's also going to like change our demographics up as well. So if the obvious happens, I think that'll be a great chance for us in this sector to talk to them and get them to benefit themselves and the children that they have and step away from those men, because they're not going to be any better than the Haitian men, and they're damn sure not better than the African American men. So I think this is a good opportunity to get them to divest in a sense. That's what I think.
I think it's a good opportunity in the way you're saying it, but I disagree. And the reason I disagree is that, Black women all over the world, they make a way out of no way. The men, those Haitian men are just going to destabilize some towns, okay? They're not going to have jobs. What are they going to do? Okay? I just think they bring instability with them. The women, they're going to make do with for their children. Okay? But so the men, what?
No, I was saying I think so too. What I'm saying is we need to be their allies. That's what I'm saying.
They would have to show some, a real mindset change. I see that you just crossed over some piss water with the rest of those Haitian motherfuckers. Now, here's the deal. Where are you at mentally concerning the men that y'all walked over here with? Because if she's still caping, ain't nothing you can do. I don't think y'all understand how outnumbered we are in mindset globally by mammies.
Exactly.
This is true. I'm just
And we can't even
hoping.
get our own mammies to cross the street.
But does it not seem like other Black women throughout the diaspora will divest mentally quicker? Like some of the African women, when they have the Chinese men and the European men come into their country, they tend to leave their men.
Yeah, but the Africans are different because we've been here for the longest, so we know exactly, we've learned for the longest, to be sincere. And we have seen the degeneracy all across the board for the longest. So
Julia Smith says, I feel so bad for the Black women and children in Haiti. They don't deserve this, and the Black men need to be ashamed of themselves for trying to save themselves instead of their families. There's no shame happening, Julia. They just don't have any. They don't have any shame, and they are always going to save themselves before the women and children because they don't have an ounce of manhood in a pinky toe, much less have a brain to try and save their women and children. Like I tell y'all damn near every time we come on here, they hate Black women and children. They just do. So yeah, that's not going to change anything. They would have to have a better mindset. Dead serious. And I'm talking about the women. The men are done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be optimistic about it because I don't want them to suffer here, because once they cross over and they get that citizenship, then they're going to be mingled in with the rest of us. So I wouldn't want to see those women and their daughters fail. That's
I don't want to see it either, Young Rising. The one mindset between the mammy mindset and the mindset that Black people that are not from America are somehow better than American Black people, that has to go away too, because you can't work together with somebody that thinks they're better than you, you know? So
and also
go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also I think also maybe to pray that the mommy don't get to them first, because those men, they will get connected to the Black men in America, and then they will also use that option that the Black men in America use, and they will oppress those women. They will say, oh, look at the Black women in America, they are on their men's side. And I've seen this even with people from my own country that are born in US there. When they are born there, they have a different mentality. It doesn't matter if they are like a first generation or something. They have this mentality because the men over there, even the Nigerian men that are born there, they become degenerates.
Mm-hmm.
They go into this community and become degenerates as well. So I would say to the Black women in America, just have yourself. For the divested women, don't expect anybody to join you. The small community that you have, you don't need another person to come in and spoil it for you.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that. Chelsea Winter said
Amen. We don't have allies.
They're coming over here for the white women and the government assistance. And that sounds so funny, but it's true. It's true. They're not coming over here to make a better family or better living for those Black women and children. If they wanted to do that, they'd have stayed in their country and went on ahead and built that shit back up.
Exactly.
I wanted to comment on something else, if you don't mind, that was mentioned earlier about us bashing these Black quote unquote men.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very like trigger. That's like really gaslighting. It just, imagine us as Black women, we're just a herd of sheep, and a couple of us sheep notice that there's wolves picking off, a bunch of like sheep off on the outskirts every month, every day, every other week. And we're saying, oh my God, these wolves are horrible. What the fuck? We need to do something about these wolves. And then we have some other sheep in the Black women, flock. There's like, well, not all wolves. I saw some wolves over there in the forest. They weren't really doing that. But we're talking about wolves killing Black women or killing the sheep in this instance. And they want to talk about, oh, I heard the wolves talking about the sheep the other day. What? But the sheep aren't killing the wolves. The wolves are killing the sheep. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Girl,
that's not the issue.
You just were blessed with the presence of she's still in her mammy phase, right? Being asked by 3 different people on this panel about the murder of Black women and children. And it just was not addressed. It's as if we weren't even saying it. She wanted to meld us into the Black collective, and that's not what it is. Black people are for Black men. That's it. If they're okay, if black men somehow got it together and they had all, the resources they need and everything, black women would still be suffering because they're not going to share it with you. Even when you fucking them, they don't share it with you.
But Gabby, though, what about Gabby? She was missing. That's what your zaddy's gonna do to you.
Hands James. Let me see.
But you
Hands
know what?
Jones. You said you wanted to come up. Put in the chat whether you're a black female and you can come up, mammy or no, because I'm really in with the shits today. Now somebody back
Honestly,
here named Mammy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you also have this dude in the private chat in the back called SJ Odie talking
He's
about.
always there.
Okay.
He always pussy popping in the back, girl. He fine.
But you guys know
Oh.
what? You guys know what? Like, I don't think you can actually recruit women into divestment because I know you were saying you could do that for the Haitian women. That I don't think divestment is something that you can just recruit people into. I feel like that's something you come into in your own. Like you have to kind of make that decision for yourself. You can't really. I don't even feel like you can really be convinced into it. It's just like you see stuff, you experience things, you deal with things in your everyday life, and then you make that decision for yourself, for your safety, for your future. I mean, it's just
I
yeah.
understand. I think the reason why I made that point, or I'm arguing that point, is because one, I feel like what's gonna happen amongst the Haitians at the border, and once they come into the country, I feel like the women are gonna see that, okay, these men are gonna betray them. So I feel like in my whimsical, optimistic mind, that would be a chance to convince them to leave them alone. That's where I'm coming from.
Oh, but that won't make any sense because if a woman's not attracted to a man, she's just gonna get into relationships where, she's gonna be unhappy because, I met a woman that I thought was divested in the real world, but then she told me because I was showing her like a guy who was trying to talk to me, and he was super cute, the adorable little ginger, right? Got
Mhm.
me dying for gingers, but she was like, "Oh, I don't really find white men attractive. I only want to date one because I don't want to be a single mom." And I was just like, if you don't find white men attractive at all, then why are you dating them? Like that's dumb.
That's the truth.
Is that true? With that, what girl in 101 wrote, those Haitians are already granted asylum in other countries, but want to bring their hypergamous asses to the U.S. They're already throwing away their ID and passport so they can't be traced. Is that real?
She said it was real. I'd have to research
Yes,
it, but
it's real.
I believe it. I believe it because the other countries, they would have to work. They're not trying to work. They're looking to get some, like the other person said, government assistance.
But
So I believe that.
But now it makes me think, why did they not cross over to the Dominican Republic? It's the same island.
Because they'll beat the fuck out of them. They would get their ass handed to them on a platter over there. They don't play with their ass over there.
Niggas.
Shit.
And they're just as broke too. I mean, what are they gonna get?
True, but you would think they would build some kind of like rapport and have a solid relationship with a country that shares the same island as them. It's just
No, they
logic.
hate them. When I went to the DR in 2009, most of the Haitians that were in the country that they allowed, they all lived in the old slave sugarcane plantation houses. We went over there, and that's where the family we stayed with. That's where they said that they put most of the Haitians because they don't want them in the society at all. I don't think that they would be able to build or work out anything with the people of the DR.
But not even the countries that they like walk through. Like to get to the US border, you would either have to fly, take a boat, of those two options, and you have to go through at least Mexico. They couldn't stay in Mexico or something? Like
No, actually in Mexico, I'm surprised they didn't kill them because I think it's written into their law that they're allowed to just kill them at the
Sorry,
border.
that was funny.
So I was surprised that they were able to get in there because it's written in Mexico's law that the police, the law enforcement are allowed to kill illegals crossing the border if they want.
You know it's bad when your entire race can't be welcomed into certain countries or into any country at this point. You know it is fucked up.
They already know what you're going to do. You're going to try to fuck their women and they're going to add to society. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, because
And
it's
that
not
goes
the women.
also in
They don't want
Europe.
the men.
Yeah, because I never got my ass beat going to Mexico. The Jose's are cool as fuck.
And it's almost
Mommy, whoever's in the back named Mommy, your device is not connected. You got to press allow and that type of shit. Okay, there you go.
Hear me?
Yeah, so it's almost the same like in Europe. The African women are.
Hold on 1 second. Mommy, what's
Yes.
up?
Oh, you can hear me?
Now I can. Uh-huh.
Okay. I just wanted to add my 2 cents real quick about the lady who had came on. Is it too late to add my 2 cents?
No, it's not too late.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was so funny that her name is Sheila because you saw the movie Why Did I Get Married? I'm like, is this the same lady who was going up the mountain to save her marriage? Because it sounds just like her. But I really don't think that she's used to being on this sector of YouTube because the way she was talking was just too programmed. I don't think that she usually watches videos like this, but it was just weird because I know that if she was on a live with Kitten, and you know who I'm talking about,
yeah,
she would have even have lasted. He would have immediately cut her off, blasted into her, and put her down. So she knows that here she can get away with it, and she has a voice here because the black man on those sides of YouTube wouldn't even look at her twice. We all know they have their little preference. So it's just so crazy how she's caping for men that aren't even attracted to her. And I can tell that she's not their type just by how her voice sounds.
Well, she's doing what mammies do. What they do is try to keep other black women from divesting. That's part of their job. That's part of the muling. That's part of the marching. That's part of the culture. That's part of keeping everybody stuck in the hellhole. And Coco L, you said y'all are delusional for real. The link is in the chat. Come tell us why we delusional.
And her name is Coco, so we already know she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Have a good night.
Child, come tell me why I'm delusional. Us and our stats and our murder stats and our DV stats and all that type of shit.
Let's and see the AIDS. Don't forget.
AIDS and child molestation and unemployment and all that shit. Hold on a second. Black Widow, are you Coco L? Black Widow. Okay, I'm gonna put you back out.
Oh God, no, I'm not Coco L.
Okay, did you hear me before? Because I was asking, you a question and you didn't hear me. I guess
it sounded kind of funny when I came on. Can you hear me? Okay.
You gotta speak up and turn off the YouTube in the back, and then
okay.
There you go. We can hear you. Awesome. Now, what's up?
Oh, okay. How's
Black
that?
Widow, honey,
yes.
bunny, you're
can
live,
you
sweetheart. Yes, I can.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. DZ.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you how much I love you.
I
and
love
all
you
the
back.
ladies on the panel. I am a Gen Xer. Okay. I'm 47 years old, and I had to tell you your channel, and there's another channel, I won't mention her name. But just to put a clue out there, unfortunately, her life is threatened, but she's not about that. She came through with that Leo energy. But anyway, especially your channel, I can't tell you how vindicated I feel.
I'm glad that I was able to help. Make sure you stick around. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to say shit that you don't agree with. Sometimes.
Oh no. I agree with everything. I agree with everything. Because look, like I said, I'm 47 years old. I'm a Gen Xer. The same things that you guys are talking about now, and on the other channel, I was saying this 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I had a dime for every time I was called. So this man hating ass bitch, man hating ass bitch this, man hating ass bitch that.
Isn't it funny how they call you that while hating on you? And thank you to B. She said, did you see Becky's PowerPoint? Yeah, she was on point. I saw that shit.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious.
I thought it
thought
was
that
fucking man. Listen, she preached a word there. But isn't it funny how they call you a hating ass bitch while hating on you at the same time? You're not allowed to talk the way they do, and I'm not here.
Exactly.
I'm not here for it.
And then finally, I just shut my mouth because I could see that, I'm on my own party of one with this because everybody, oh, black man this, black man that, black man this, and I don't know, maybe I'm just, am I delusional? Am I the one that's crazy?
Well,
So I
Coco
just
L
shut my
said you
mouth.
delusional. Coco L said that you're delusional. I'm delusional. 62% of black children aren't molested, and they don't experience 3 times the amount of domestic violence in their house. We're delusional.
Well,
Okay.
delusional must be the new bliss.
Hey, I'm here. Listen, I'm here for delusional. Pour me a cup of delusional on ice. I'm here for it.
Okay. I just feel so vindicated. Like sometimes I listen to your channel and I just want to cry because I just never imagined in my wildest dreams that this day would come where black women would finally start to open their eyes.
Slowly but surely it is actually happening, and that's why I'm getting more people coming over trying to say don't think like that and not all, and let's stop bashing each other. And where was all this smoke when the manosphere was saying that we should drown in our own excrement? Where was that smoke?
Exactly.
Where's the stop bashing when they were doing it and jumping on Ebony magazine saying that we were the ugliest motherfuckers on the planet and they prefer Asian women? Remember when Wesley Snipes did that shit back in the 90s?
Yes.
Where was the smoke?
With his ugly ass.
God, yes. And sometimes I hear some of these younger ladies talking about the bashing that the guys are doing today, and I'm like, girl, I remember back in the night, it was in an Essence magazine, and mouths were dropping everywhere. He was like, I remember he said black women are fat, nasty, and lazy, or fat, nasty, and disgusting, something like that.
And the crazy part about it is, Black Widow, those are their number one purchasers. Those are the ones that keep their careers afloat.
Exactly.
I don't know how folks don't see this shit. Stop buying their shit. Stop supporting them. Don't break one fucking nail when they are upset about something. Let them deal with it on their own. I'm not here for it. They're not here for you.
Yes. And when I hear these younger ladies, especially the Gen Zs, I miss Trinity Love so much. She's so cute.
She's still around.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear these younger ladies in their 30s and their 20s and they're starting out their life and they're building their careers, oh my God. Like I almost want to cry now because it warms my heart because I remember what I went through, the abuse, not only the abuse in my personal life, going back to childhood, being raped, being used, abused, and everything. And, talking about how, look at how these men are treating us. Look at how they talk to us. How are you guys not seeing this? How can you make excuses for this? And I know we're talking about the Haitian thing, so I'm sorry, I don't want to go off topic, but man, I just feel so vindicated.
You know how they always say those are, whenever you get fucked up in any violent situation, they say, but those are access crimes. You're the number one person that's being oppressed by them because they have access to you. It's about location. Okay, well, let's fix that. You don't have access to me anymore to domestically abuse me, to touch my children, and none of that shit. So since it's only because of locale and your proximity to them, do something about the proximity. There's more solutions. Ain't that right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So yeah.
Hey ladies, I'm about to hop down. I gotta get some work done, so I'm gonna finish listening in the audience. But before I go, what PowerPoint were you guys talking about?
It was a PowerPoint that a white chick did saying why black men were ugly, and she was giving like
I need to watch that.
I need to see that shit.
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
Girl,
It's
they mad
hilarious.
as fuck, and they're calling racism, of course. If you're not attracted to black men, you're racist somehow.
No, there was a ooh, I almost set the heart on live.
Don't do it, don't do it.
Anyway, there was one of them that was on TikTok that got mad when a white woman said she was attracted to white men, and he was like, "Well, you're just You're just following the stereotypical American beauty standards. And I'm like, how you gonna tell this white woman that she can't be attracted to white men because she don't like your ass? That don't make no fucking sense.
She's actually following science because I mean, most people are attracted to their counterparts. So
pretty much.
Go off.
Pretty much. Kenyatta XL, I don't know where you've been, nor do I care. But why are you checking to see if I'm still here? That's weird. That's weird, my nigga. Why are
Take your pocket change and go, nigga? Damn.
Why are you checking to see if I'm here? You had to go to your YouTube and type in divested Z-Lot. Let me see if that bitch still here. There she go, live, brainwashing these poor girls again. Carry on. What you gonna do for the Haitians that's trying to get up in here? Just want to know. Kenyatta, go sit down, baby. Welcome to the panel, Marley.
Oh, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hi, hello. Well, I just got Morty on Raked on Discord, and I've never been on StreamYards before. I'm kind of just chilling in the back. I like this kind of view. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, let me put you in the back then.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you was done talking. My bad.
Hey, DZ, I'm going to drop down. I just wanted to share my 2 cents about the situation.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You go, guys, stay safe, get strapped because the numbers keep climbing. Don't have any kids. Like, there's so many things to say, but just be safe.
Thank you for coming up, Young Rising. You just got to put some distance between you and these motherfuckers. That's really all you can do because they're not going to change in any way, shape, or form.
But there's so many of them. Like, it's weird because you think with 13% of the population, you wouldn't see this many people. But, like, I see them more than I see, like, Mexicans at this point, and that's weird.
Child. That's some shit that we would have to talk about raw later on tonight because, baby, there's a myriad of reasons. They just suck. That's appropriate for this platform. They suck.
But like, are they released from jail or something? Like, I'm dead ass. I'm just seeing a lot.
I don't know, girl.
Okay, y'all have a good night.
You too, hon.
All right.
Hands Jones, welcome to the panel.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Fine. Can you? Oh, it's good. Y'all can hear me.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're in an echoey room, but we can hear you.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to tell you, Miss Zealot, I'm nervous. I'm sorry.
Don't be nervous. I don't bite hard.
You are so sweet. It's been just amazing listening to your channel.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I always knew something like wasn't right about like black males and the lie about slavery. I always thought about how can a bunch of white folks get a bunch of Negroes on a boat, but you know.
Girl, look at that video behind you. Honey, listen. This is what the Haitians are looking like right now. This is ridiculous.
Yes.
Y'all have reduced yourself to cattle, bitch. Cattle.
Yes, and I wanted to speak on that also. There's a lot of lying going on, a lot of lying. DailyMail.com is an amazing site. The mainstream media is working overtime to make sure that the truth don't get out by a lot of stuff. Daily Mail says it what it is because they were trying to really wipe Daily Mail out and they fought back. But these Haitian what can I say? Parasites. Mm-hmm. When they showed them across under the Texas bridge, there's very few women and children, but mostly males. Also, they lied. Haiti is a continent where there's a lot of water in it. There's no way they could have took that trip. They were already in Latin America, and this is what they got from the earthquake that happened. They came to Latin America. Now, this is what the Mexicans did because the Mexicans gave them an area with basically all they had to do was it was already halfway built. All they had to do was fix on it and work it up. They didn't want to do that.
Hands, you know good and well they wasn't fixing the bill. They want to come somewhere where shit is already built, and
Yes.
complain. Did you ever notice after they get their handouts, they start complaining too? You a whole
Yes,
grown
ma'am.
ass
Yes,
man.
ma'am.
You got a stipend, an apartment, an EBT card. You got, I mean, what else do you want? Can you build with that? You're not
Yes.
hungry. You're not sick. You have access to health care. You have access to shelter. What do you want? You stupid bitch. What do you want? Go take your
Yes.
ass back.
Yes, ma'am. And the Mexicans were sick of them. The Mexicans were like, they have, and this is the thing, when reporters interviewed these Haitians males, and it was so disgusting to see a lot of them. They interviewed and they said, where are you coming from? We were in Chile and we were working. They had jobs, housing, but they were like, but when this new character opened up the border, they were like, well, we want to upgrade. We want to see if we can get better in the United States. So that's why they were able to, when you see on the video, they were able to cross from Texas. If they were really refugees, they were not been able to cross from Texas back into Mexico and buy food. There is no way on God's green earth. But what it was, they had already knew what Mexico was about. So they went over there to buy food to come back up on the bridge. They have money. Now, and another thing, the news said they would deport all these Haitians and everything, and they were trying to deport these little jokers. What they did was they start biting the flight attendant and everything else. Now, I personally would have.
Wait. Did you say biting?
Yes, Daily Mail got it all. They start biting. And this is what the thing is.
As in putting their teeth into someone's skin.
Putting their teeth and hitting on them. And what it
can't.
is, the left is trying to stay in power. So they need all these people to come over here. When they bring these immigrants over here, they register them as Democrat. These people were not refugees, not by a long shot. Then when that man that was on that horse, looking good as I don't know what,
wasn't he
turned
fine?
around, yes, he was. And then when he turned around and confronted them, this coward got behind the women, and them dumb mammy male dignified jokers used them as a shield. And they were like protecting him for what? And I don't know how they can cock their legs and lay up with some jokers that can't do nothing for them.
Right.
If you're gonna lay up with somebody, at least lay up with somebody that's gonna elevate you. Okay, then the government is so crooked because it's all about politics, and as long as they can get a lot of these little folks to sit up here to sit up here and vote for them, then they're good. So they lied and said they deported them. No, they did not. They only deported a certain amount. They released 30,000 into the United States. 2,500 when they bit them got away from them and they cannot find them. But they're releasing 30,000 into the U.S. Now, on top of this, and I know I'm kind of going a little bit off topic, but these immigrants, all of them, even the children, they do not have to be vaccinated.
Oh, wow.
So they do not. A lot of people, the Congress does not have to be vaccinated. USPS, the government, a lot of people are not being vaccinated at all. So they want to vaccinate children and everybody else, but all these, and they said it's 22 million immigrants in the United States and with their children, and they do not have to be vaccinated. The Afghanistan's coming over here, and at the end of the day, they're not vetting them or nothing, but their children not even vaccinated against polio or measles or nothing, but they don't have to take the shot. Now, at the end of the day, I'd rather give my money to a terrorist, a Mexican, than a Negro any day, because these jokers, these little spawn of Satan demons, they are, these low-down jokers are something else.
They are.
And at the end of the day, I'm a little scared because I wish I was out in the country where I got better range to clock some mess off and where I got some cover. But in the city, they're going to release these spawns of Satan into the city. And that's the thing about it. I'm scared for Black women in Georgia, but at the same time, you got too many helpers like to sit up here and co-sign this junk. And I remember
right after all that shit you just said, the problem was my picture. You feel me? That they are sick.
And you know what? That's why they're cutting on food stamp stuff off. And guess what? The moratorium was a setup. The unemployment was a setup. They knew a lot of these Negroes would take advantage of stuff and do all this fraud. So now they're taking that moratorium money and give it to the immigrants. Biden never was going to give these people that money. So basically what they're going to have to do is kick a lot of people off welfare so to turn around and house these immigrants. And on top of that, I'm not going to say the panel's name, but I was on somebody's channel the other day, and I mentioned Black femicide. And she going to turn around and say, show me the stats. I talked to Black femicide. Yes, she said, I talked to Black femicide, and she won't show me the data. She never got back in touch with me and everything else. It can't be every 6 hours. You a lie. And then she said that. She said I'm doing all that co-sign and stuff. And you know what? At the end of the day, this joker lives in New York with a bunch of these parasites. And you know what? I would rather for them to take out the mammy meal identified meals than take my black butt out. Because at the end of the day, I had to call a police officer on one the other day when I was at the store. I was looking at some products. He was trying to steal my purse. He's getting close to my basket. I moved my basket over to the other side. He turned around and pushed, because I moved my basket from me, he pushed my basket. I said, what are you doing? I said, get away from me. He turned around and said, no, I'm not getting out of your face. And then I forgot I had my mace. I was so scared. But if I had a gun, I would have laid that sucker out. Then, exactly. That's what I be thinking of. And then when I called the police, it was a white man. And when I say it was a tall Negro. He was gay and funny as I don't know what. And then when I turned around and I told him, I said, I don't deal with Negro males. I don't sleep with them. I don't procreate them, nothing like that. Oh, he got offended. I'm sure you do, because you sleep with them. Now, this Caucasian man, he was just like, try not to smile, hold his head down, because he knew what it was.
Oh, well, when you say that, you're worshiping them. Instead of telling your story, you're worshiping them when you don't paint the black man in a good light in the story. Got to remember, you got to make them look good, or you some sort of weird ass worshiper. But go off.
I'm never making, and this thing about me, I'm never gonna make them look good, because I don't deal with them. And I had to learn, I had to say that, because when I would call the police on these sick jokers, and I mind my own business, and it was not enough that the women that were half clothed and caped and mammy from them, they didn't want them. And like you said, Miss Zealot, they want the ones who don't want them. They would hang around my apartment door and stuff like that. And I don't live with her no more. But every time I would call the cops, they would turn around and say, well, you got a relationship with him. So I'd flat out tell him, I said, I don't deal with I used the hard R. I don't sleep with them. I don't procreate them. I don't do none of that. And he was like, I never heard that before. And it makes them go ahead and take care of business. And what I should have did the other day was I should say, I want to talk to the Caucasian cop. I'm not trying to deal with no Negro cops co-sign no other type of junk. And that's why at the end of the day, there's no such thing as good black males. Because if it is, you wouldn't be such a coward and be complicit in co-signing some Negroes that look like you, that murder black women, that murder children, that rape elderly women. Is disgusting and it's foul.
Yeah.
And I tell you, if there's a war to go down, I would be right there beside them police officers, open up some, I'd be right there beside them and taking out something. It's going to be Blue Lives Matter all day. It just ticks me off. And the fact that they release these things, and I want them to go, I pray, my prayer is, go into these white liberal neighborhoods that gaslighted and does virtue signaling and said they love black males and everything else. But guess what? It had to take a drone for Fox News to say that all them jokers was under that bridge. And then when this mainstream media saw that, they never did sit up here and videotape, and run the news story on the 200,000 Mexican that's coming over here a day, that's up there occupying that big Texas park. But when they saw all these Negroes up on this bridge, they were like, no, they turned around and they got so panicked. I was like, oh, I thought it was Black Lives Matter. I thought you loved them. And what they need to do is they need to go. The devil needs to look, somebody to lure them jokers into these white liberal neighborhoods. They voted for them. When I go up here, I live in.
Don't say the city.
No, yeah, I'm not trying to say
weirdos out here.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say city, but I live in. When I go to a suburb area where my doctor's appointment is at, and when I see Caucasian women, females, and with they latte and with a sign up saying Black Lives Matter and everything else, I want them Negroes to be flooding them areas like that. But see, they're going to keep them jokers in the city, and it is disgusting. It makes me sick, because at the end of the day, more black women and children are going to get hurt. And at the end of the day, I was talking to a Caucasian police officer the other day when I called and did a follow-up. And I told him that the store that I go to, it needs to be more security there. I told them that they had and I'm gonna call the corporate office too. I've been sick. I haven't been feeling good, but I'm gonna call the corporate office because there's other things going on in the world than just COVID, and that people really knew what goes on behind doors with that stuff. But that's a whole nother subject. But when I called the police officer, and I talked to this Caucasian man, and he was just as sweet as he can be. Another thing about Caucasian people, when you're talking to them about what's going on, they fully aware. And I told him, I said, what they want to do.
There's certain things they can't say. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what's going on, but they can't say it because they're gonna lose their damn job, because you know who's gonna come out there with the bullshit.
And I told him, I said, y'all have to, it's gonna come a time y'all have to stop being afraid. I said, what they do is they're using prejudice to weaponize it against y'all to shut y'all up.
Yep, exactly.
And the thing about Black Lives Matter, it may seem like when those women, they actually hate Black males, but they're actually women they're gay women. And what they do is they knew they had to jump on this call for this fake Negro male oppression, and they're using it to push their own cause. And
that's the only way they're gonna get any attention, because if it's not about the Black man, it ain't about shit.
Yes,
not in the Black community.
Yes, and I believe the reason why they did that also is because when it comes to Black women and girls, there is no spotlight on that. Nobody cares about that and anything like that. But when they jump on this cause right here, and I believe too, they did it such in a way with Caucasian men backing them, because the enemy of who's sick of these Black males is a lot of Black women, even not too many, but a lot of them. And then the Caucasian men are backing and funding it. And they knew they had to use this and I believe they did it. The reason why they did it so violently the way they did is because they wanted the world to feel what Black women and girls go through every day. They want them to be in that terror.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it didn't put Black males in a good light. At the same time, it basically created more hatred. And it's not that, matter of fact, you didn't have to create it there. It's basically people had to see what they were about. Mm-hmm. So basically, when Black males went and did all that evil last year and did all that genocide, and even killed Black people that were trying to defend other white people's businesses, killed this Black police officer, went in there and killed that Caucasian man, and then burnt the business down with them off in. How evil is that? And on top of that, wiped out a lot of Black-owned businesses. Biden administration
That's not new though, Hans. That's not new at all. Remember, I don't, how old you are, but remember when they was rioting for Rodney King, they was tearing up Black businesses then over there in LA. They don't care. They just want to make a scene. That's all that's about.
Yes, and you're so right, Ms. Ellen. And the reason why these Haitians are coming over here is because they know they're not going to work. The Biden administration, they know they're not going to work. Yeah. But they're going to, when they come through, I'm going to tell you what they do when they come through the border. And this lady's going to tell me, prove facts. I was like, well, you can look it up yourself. You want to discredit everything that I say. And then when people turn around and say all of them no count, it's like she act like she's some type of, I'm not going to try to empower people to care about themselves. But if you can get an idea of what I'm talking about, but really she is a undercover mammy male identified male.
That's a lot of hunty bunty. I swear to God, because all it takes, you could have the rhetoric going, just everything, just Black men ain't shit, just going in. Just as soon as a catastrophe happened like this, or August Alsina saying he dying and all that shit, everybody paused their rhetoric because something done happened to the niggas. No, we're not doing that. They don't do it for you.
They don't. And I've always said, and I remember my mom when I was growing up, and she went through, did what she's supposed to, but I found out that she was molested when she was, and this how,
man, golly.
And this how it happened. That's why this grandmama, this so-called grandmama, she calls, I don't look at her as my grandmama, because she sit up there in a house with a no good for nothing son of a gun. and he would tuck my mom into bed at night, and he would molest her.
Mm.
She would be on the phone with my aunt, and my aunt would turn around and ask her, how is so-and-so doing? Oh, she's back in a room, and she's back in a room with the stepfather. And my aunts found out that that's what happened. They never got her any therapy, but they found out that that's what happened. And she went to live with her grandparents, and this same help will sit back and let these Negro males beat her son to death, beat her son and mess. Just all this evil. And that's why I come out here sick of these Negro females. She's not black, but she know how to play the game. That I would give her that. And when she's over there in California, what she did was something that was never, she got them Negro females just like she got them no count Negro males. Because every time they do crap, it's always somebody on the watch.
You already know. Hold up
and
for a
then
second for me, Hans, because you dropping the gems all over the place. I can't pick them up fast enough. They all over the place.
Yeah.
Let me KB jump in here real quick. Welcome to the panel, KB.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon. It's night where I am, but good afternoon to you.
All right. I don't know if you know, you guys know about those facts. For the Haitian president that was assassinated,
what about
the total is $64 million together. They put together to plot this. Involved many people from different countries. Judges are involved. Senators are
basically,
involved.
there's a lot of corruption there. That's where you're going with it.
Yes. So the amount of money they put to pull this off could have built something, a hospital, a school, something, a shelter for these people coming in. $64 million, US dollars, not Haitian dollars.
Honey, it's not gonna happen. Anybody waiting on something like that to happen, don't hold your breath, because your ass gonna drop dead if you do. You know? Y'all, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Miss. I'm sorry.
What's up?
Sorry.
You're sorry about what? Were you getting ready to say something?
Yes, ma'am. I was gonna say excuse me, and then you were telling the other lady to go ahead, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, it's on you, hon. It's all good.
That it is corruption, Miss Zealot. It's corruption that Negro males plotted to have their own kind killed, just like in Africa. You know, I look at the fact that black males talk about they didn't have this and that. That's not true. They had a whole continent to themselves, rich in everything. They destroyed that. They had Haitian, they destroyed that. And on top of that, these males that are coming over here, they're only coming over here to live off the system. And a lot of these black women that sit up here and position themselves in a way to cater to these parasites, what's going to happen to them is it's going to be something that
I told y'all this fall is going to be amazing, and it's already underway.
Yes, you can't even fathom that, because they're cutting people off. They're already cut off unemployment, stuff like that. And you can see these males, like this male that was in the store that came at me the way he did and cussed me. When I told him, please get out of my face, and cussed me out. He was itsy. He was like
antsy to get at your ass.
Yeah, and also he was desperate.
Yes.
These blood sucking hounds are desperate.
They are. I worry about what the stats are going to look like. Listen, Black Femicide going to be busy as fuck this fall, and I'm not gloating in that. She's going to be busy because what was it? The other day they said that they were a couple of months behind on even posting the shit that's already happened. She's gonna be busy.
And for other people discredit what Black Femicide say it did, you can't discredit none of that mess. That's what ticks me off. You can sit up there on this social media looking like who did and what for, and caping and mammy all you want to talk about self-care and all that garbage. No, you can't sit up here and sugarcoat that mess. And the thing about it is that with these women are so programmed. These mammy male-to-defied meals position themselves in such a way to cater these males that is so disgusting and it's so foul. And at the end of the day, the fact that these jokers sit up here, and then this is how stupid a lot of these Negro males are. They dropped their ID cards over in Mexico and try to act like they were refugees. Daily Mail found all their ID cards. They had jobs, they had all that. What do they think they're going to find in the United States? It's the thing, Biden not giving them nothing. Biden turned around and said when they leaked that black activists meet with them Negro sellout jokers that have been caping and maping all them doggone years, and Al Sharpton looked like a bobblehead with tails from the crypt, like his tail had been rolled 2 or 3 times.
Well, that's why they brought the women with them. You get what I'm saying? They brought the women
Yes.
and kids. That's what that cowboy was saying. Yo, you
Yes,
filed for this bullshit.
and he said exactly, and that's exactly what he said. And when Biden turned around and said, when that meeting was leaked, when he did with that black activist, he said white people gonna be the dominant in 20 something. He said that y'all will have to work it out with the Mexicans, and these Mexicans were so glad when they was in the country. The Mexicans in Chile, they gave them housing. One thing about Mexicans, they can buy up a house that's halfway done. They will fix that house up, and they would turn around and get the whole block and fix it up. But they gave these people what they need to do it, just like they do in their own country. They didn't want to fix nothing up. Then on top of that, when they interviewed the Mexicans in the Chile and Chile over there at Daily Mail, they said that they did not want to comply with the laws. They said they gave them pure hell.
Let me tell Black Widow this real quick. She says,
Okay.
wait, did y'all say Golden Helmet denied the Femicide numbers? Listen, it's a lot of denial going on over on.
Oh, that's what we
Golden Helmet.
call her. That's a good thing. It was more like dried, but we can say, yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, she molested. She denied the molestation numbers as well.
Yes,
She said, I'm not going to say that. I just need more proof. And the very next time I went live, I put proof up there, but there was no retraction. There was no, okay, now I got it. So I could go ahead and say the real numbers. But she's always making it seem like they're better, and they're not. It was a whole Hotep stream, if you ask me, because I only saw 6 minutes of it. But it seemed like that we are the original. We have to have a talk. Why is this happening? You know why it's happening, because they full of shit and they never have been worth a goddamn. That's why.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
and I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you can go.
Go ahead, Divestment OG.
You go.
I wanted to let somebody else up on the panel for a bit, but this Black Lives Matter thing, all those marches and the so-called progress that they've gained. Okay, I got some tea for them. It's gonna be pretty fucking hot. These white people are getting tired of them.
Yes.
They are getting tired.
Everybody getting tired of their ass.
I belong to a predominantly white church, right? And I was talking to some of them over the weekend because I put the Black Femicide post on social media so that they would see, and I've been talking about Black Femicide, and so the people were like, Black Femicide, what are you talking about? Oh, I gave them an earful. And one of the male pastors just looked at me. He says, "You're kidding me." I said, "No, I'm not kidding you, honey. We Black women live for fear of our lives if we live in Blackistan." Okay.
Yep.
And the media, they have, I don't know how, I guess the celebrities, they piggybacked off the media for that big ass pity party that they had in 2020. But you know what? It's over. It is over. They are tired and sick and tired. They see, I mean, like DZ always said, they see, and they're telling me that they see, but they're like, we're not going to let them come and ruin everything we've got over here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So winter is coming, and it is coming hard for them.
Yes.
They just don't know. And they are sitting around. These are the same men who are running around social media saying, "Oh, you bitches get your Section 8s going. You bitch." They didn't care about their children. They didn't care about any goddamn thing. All they wanted to do was suck around their fucking pride. Well, I got some pride for them. A lot more of them going to be panhandling. A lot more of them are going to be in jail.
You already fucking know.
There's a hashtag says hide your apartments for Black women on TikTok. It's kind of funny.
Hide your apartment, hide your car, hide your ATM, everything.
Hide your kids, goddamn it.
Hide your
Hide your
coochie.
kids. Shit.
Kids ain't coochie. Hide both of them. Shit.
And
Hide
Mr.
everything.
Miss OG, I wanted to tell you that I've been listening to you, and I appreciate all you ladies here. This has really been like, listen to y'all is also therapy, and it's also therapeutic, and it's just been, it's just, I was just, I always wonder. I wanted I'm sorry. Tell you that I've been listening to you.
No, somebody's thing is playing in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. Lattimore the Great, I think that was you playing in the
I
background.
appreciate all you.
Yeah, that was somebody that was playing their shit in the background.
That's okay. I appreciate everything that y'all do, because I've always knew something just wasn't right. You know, I've always knew just, and stuff just doesn't add up. And although my mom went through the stuff that she did, and one thing about my mother is before she died, she turned around, she told me, she said if she had known better, she would have did better.
Right.
And she told me, don't repeat the mistakes that she did. And when I seen so many Black women going along with this stuff, catered to them, I was just like, this can't be. It's got to be another way. I've always wanted, like, it has to be another way. It has to be. This can't be all there is. I'm like, it has to be somebody out here is talking against this stuff.
They usually have kid gloves, Miss Jones. They usually will come on here, say they for Black women, and then as soon as the subject of Black men comes up, the kid gloves comes up. But they're not doing that for you, and you are the feminine species. They giving you uppercuts in your chin and all kind of shit. Why does
Girl,
the
they
kid
hitting
gloves
you
have
like
to come
Larry
out?
Holmes.
Yes. Why does it have to come up like that? Why do you have to do that? Say that the same way you going at the quote unquote dominant society. Keep that same energy with the people that's fucking you up on the
fucking you over.
And Miss Taylor, when I called the police on this evil, he wouldn't hid. When the police came, he hid. They couldn't find him.
They ain't nothing but a bunch of pussies.
And I told someone the other day, I tell people that, first of all, I don't hold balls and I don't stroke egos. I only hold ovaries. That's a 24/7 job with no sleep, no rest, and no time off. That's all I hold. I'm not doing that stuff, and even I have one to my family who are mad, and I hope I'm not taking over your show.
No, you're not taking over. We be up here talking and kicking. It ain't really no rhyme or reason, honey. I promise you.
And I told ones of my family, like for instance, my sperm donor, the way he treated my mom and everything, he had a good wife, and the way she did it, and she said the only reason why she said that she was with somebody, she loved him, but he cheated on her.
Of course. Come on now. Of course.
That broke her heart, and she was 19 and he was 24. And she said she was so depressed. That's on why she ended up married. She said that he kept bringing flowers, and she thought he loved her. She thought because he was a religious man.
Oh, those are the biggest cheaters.
Yes, she thought because he's religious and everything else that he loved her. And this was pure hell. And I found out that even though she was married to him, my twin sisters came about because he raped her.
See, you can't listen. That's a damn shame. It does not matter who bring their ass up here. That's why I said that, Sheila, you got to be being dishonest. If you still out there listening, Sheila, I know that you know some Black men in your life personally that are doing the whole goddamn twerk in your life. You would literally be the first Black woman I ever met that ain't had not one problem with the Black male collective. Knock it off. Knock it off, Sheila. Come on.
I don't know a Black woman who has not been cheated on.
And if it's who I think we're talking about, she was talking about her daddy, how he treated her mama, and how he wasn't right. Listen. I remember that. And my mom, after he did that, and then ones in my family, when she turned around and got sick, and I took care of her 14 years, and we were still in the house. I couldn't drive or nothing like that. So I had to go through a lot to take care of my mom. And when it was time to leave, the no count demonic aunts that were always the mammy male dignified head demons in charge, they co-sign a lot of this abuse that males do in our family. And so they were mad because I told my mom, I said, well, you could turn around. I said, I'm gonna leave. Now you can leave with me. And she was bed bound and paralyzed, had a major stroke. That joker stroked her out so bad.
Wow.
And I said that you can leave. I'll leave. I said, you can leave with me or you stay here by yourself. So she left with me. We moved into our first apartment. The no count aunts were mad. And they came to visit, and they turned around and said, oh, this, y'all could have stayed with him. This all you got. And I just looked at it. They low down hate yourself. And it's the same stanky aunt or her demonic hate-filled self that sit back and let another nigga, another Negro, rape her son. And that's why he gay.
Listen.
And then she turned
boy, this story is made for it sounds like a movie.
I know.
Our lives sound like movies. You think somebody making this shit up and have the nerve to come up here talking about a picture.
And I say, I'm not repeating this dysfunction. I mean, when I was little, I would see that how the sperm donor would treat my mom. So I'm not repeating this dysfunction. I'm not doing it. I don't want to be like that. And then taking care of my mom, we had to get a restraining order. We left. Dog Protective Service helped us to leave. We left the keys while he was going to work. He also had people in the neighborhood watching us. It was so abusive. And then we finally left and everything like that.
Well, I'm so glad somebody else refers to their biological father as a sperm donor, because that's what I refer to. That's how I refer to mine. Oh, my sperm donor. You know,
that's exactly what he is. Because
hold on 1 second. XX Rubicon, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, "Thank y'all for what y'all doing. I appreciate you, Rubicon. I do."
And that's exactly what he is, a sperm donor. And we had to get a restraining order against them. The police were called, and then the judge told him to leave us alone. He didn't stop harassing us. He showed up at my mom's doctor's appointments. We were so scared to come out. When Dog Protective Services got us to that apartment, my mom turned around and she thought that she trusted this relative of ours because she was a woman. She thought she trusted her. She thought she had her best interest, but she had no idea that this relative couldn't stand her, was jealous of her because we were living in the suburbs. And she also wanted her husband. Mom didn't know that. And so mom liked to see the good in everybody. So this no count relative told this sperm donor where we live at. He was stalking us, harassing us. We were so scared to come out of the apartment. I was so terrified.
And see, that's why you have this gun situation going today. You get what I'm saying? The reason we do what we do is because of our past. And to be honest with you, I'm the way I am because of others' past. Because I recognize that shit early. I hate to hear all this stuff that's happening to y'all, but I know what happens. You know what I'm saying? Your story is just like all the stories that we hear every time we come up here. Women being scared, having to go to the courthouse, getting restraining orders, having to get armed. And then don't talk about the mammies. Oh, Lord, they're going to let you get our word. They know you can't defend yourself. It's just a mess.
Yes, ma'am. And Miss Zealot, on top of that, after my mom died, I kid you not, can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
After my mom died, this sperm donor has been calling my phone, want me to take care of him. I'm not doing that. Yes. My uncle, I kid you not, my uncle and my aunt been harassing me. You need to take care of your dad. Now,
you ought to block their ass. You ought to block them.
I should block them. And not only that, when I was in the house of my mom, he did a lot of stuff that so-called father's not supposed to do. Also, he would turn around and he would want me to give him a bath. So he turned
Listen.
around
Okay,
and
this
he
sounds like the
was
21st century version of A Color Purple.
It
Like,
does.
yes,
But
and that's
we
and,
all
and,
have
and
those stories. That's the sick part. We
Yes.
all have those stories. And my thing is, you're gonna put little black girls through that, and then you're gonna put little black teenagers through that, and then you're gonna put beautiful black women through that. Hell yeah, they're tired. And then you have the nerve to sit here and say, "You're masculine, bitch. I gotta compete with you for my safety."
yes,
Right.
yes, ma'am. And my
I'm
twin
getting ready to
sisters.
drag in a minute, y'all. So
DZ, there's a lady named Divested Matriarch in the background.
yeah, people that be they name themselves divested, so I go ahead and add them. Let me see what's going on here. It's divested everything, and then they get up here screaming like a goddamn banshee. Hi, divested. How may I help you?
Hello, can you hear me? My first time doing this, so I want to make sure my audio is good.
Yeah, your audio's good. Make sure you click the link next time because I'm getting ready to drag right about now. Sorry for keeping you in the back for so long. The last person that came up here, I hate all you bitches. Her name was Divested shit too. Divested man. You know what
No,
I'm saying.
sorry about that. Well, I these people, they're always gonna hate, but forget about them. I just want to say put some input on this because I'm also Haitian, and my family is also dealing with all this. Listen, Haitian people are like listen, the biggest country of mammies. When I tell
believe
you, I
it.
know the culture. I'm part of the culture. My grandmother right now is still she's like almost dementia and not even paying attention, but she's still begging everybody in the family for money to support her son, who is my uncle, who's a freeloader in Haiti, who refuses. He refused to immigrate here legally. My family immigrated here legally because they came here to work. Like they worked all the crappy, shitty jobs that are out there. And we did it so that we can, put our kids in best schools. And my dad now owns property. And my mom is now like, a CNA, but everyone comes here to do nursing. Like they work their butt off. But he refuses to come here because he knows when he comes here, he's going to have to work. So he instead insists on living off my grandmother's Social Security check when she's here.
See, but we're told over here that all we have to do is find a black man from another country. They're all the same.
No. Hey, let me tell you something. Haiti is the way it is. Because, listen to me. I'm gonna put an article for you guys in the group chat. It's from UNICEF. Okay. It's gonna be under the name Conundrum 11 because that's what I just put in now. It's basically rising gang violence in Haiti is now targeting children. And this article is of this year, April 15, 2021. And basically kidnapping, rape, all of that stuff has now that was already normal for them is now going up and an increase, and now they're targeting children.
Of course.
When I don't know if you guys ever heard of Kendall St. Charles. If you're not, I know she's super underground now. If you have, please, for the love of God, get connected with her if you can.
Well, I don't think she likes this type of content, but if you,
Oh, she doesn't. Well, she's the one that brought me into this whole divested thing in the first place. Because she talks about how these mothers, and it's the women,
divested
it's
matriarch,
the women that will set.
Divested matriarch. I was talking to you, baby. I appreciate the input that you're giving, but let's not mention her name here. All right. Thank you. Unmute. There you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know because I'm still I don't know like the different factions or anything. So sorry if I'm not supposed to say names.
No, it's all good.
But anyway, who shall not be named. She talks about how it is the women in the community that will set you up to fail. Like they will set you up they'll cover for the men. They will set you up to be the sacrifice in the community. They really will. They will say, and I see it in droves in the Haitian culture, and them coming over here over the border because I know it's part of the discussion we're talking about now. They're mostly from Chile. There, people are like, well, the hurricane happened, and no, they didn't come across the ocean. These people are coming from Chile because they don't have their papers set up or whatever the reason. But what's happening is in Chile, they're not giving them their papers as well because they want them to work. But I guess I don't know what the situation is. They don't want
work
to.
and building is always the problem with these motherfuckers. I swear,
right? But they're
They don't
coming
wanna
over
work.
here. Exactly. But they're coming over here pretending that now they're victims and they're sad. But I want to let you guys know one thing. do not feel sad about having them not come into the country.
Thank
because
you.
they're the first ones. And I'm so proud of and happy because I really thought the community was going to go back into get triggered the way these white liberals trying to make us feel bad for them online. No, even my mammy of an aunt was like, their asses have to go back. What the hell are they doing at the border? My own mammy of an aunt. And I said, what? It shook even me. It shook even me because what's happening now is that these are the first people to talk shit about the United States, the first ones, and they're coming here for the benefits. I'm letting you know right now because they're first in line for those benefits. They're coming in here for those benefits.
Here's the thing. So from what I've been hearing since I've been a part of this this forum is that I've been hearing the same damn stories in a different way with a different name, and. It's not just Haitians where the women, I don't know what it is, but the women will fucking sabotage you. My aunt tried to sabotage me as a teenage girl and my mom was dying. Her sister. She tried to give me to somebody who was 5 years older than me, who only wanted me to marry him and have babies. Okay? So I understand that. But the thing is, it's in every Black culture. They have stigmatized or traumatized these women to the point that they will give up their young to make these men safe, to make these men happy, get the money. It's like Black women are supposed to be pimped out by their own effing community, and it keeps happening.
Yes,
but it keeps happening.
It's the women that allow it. There's a big cheating culture in Haiti. There's a big cheating culture in Haiti where they're like, it's known that the husband would have a family somewhere else. And it's like, why do you accept, like, I would get indignant about that and start questioning these women. Like, what do you talk?
But they do that in Uganda.
They're going to be men. Like, that's they're going to.
They do it in Nigeria. They do it in Kenya. They do it. I'm sorry. If he is brown, he's a clown.
Hey, and with that being said, we finna go to we finna continue the conversation in the Discord. Damn, that was dope. I'm gonna have to steal that. If he's brown, any shade, he's a motherfucking clown. Love it.
Thank you.
Y'all, the drag is fixing to commence, so we're gonna head to the Discord after that. Y'all, I love y'all to fucking pieces. I say that shit every 10 minutes.
Could you guys post a Discord link, please? Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, I didn't want you to leave.
It's in the Patreon, so you should have it there. If you don't have it there, then I'll inbox it to you on the Patreon.
Okay.
And thank you for allowing me. Thank you, Miss Zella, for allowing me to come on.
Of course. If you on my Patreon, go ahead and send me a heart in the inbox, and I'll send you back the link instantly, because that's how that goes. Y'all, I hope that we got your heart off your sleeve. You have Haitian women up here. You have people from Africa up here. You have people from all across the globe. It's not just the American Black women that are seeing this shit. Knock it off. Ride with the Cowboys, okay? Don't worry about my default pick. Ride with the winner. Your people ain't winning. They not winning at all. So, with that being said, family, let me leave y'all with the Cowboys, and then we're going to go talk some more shit because I feel like talking some more shit. I love y'all. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you, DZ.
Thank you. Of course.
Bye. How do we connect?
It's a cowboy challenge, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up, it's about to go down, cause it's a showdown. They don't know that I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up, it's about to go down, cause it's a showdown. They don't know that I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up, it's about to go down, cause it's a showdown. They don't know that I'm a cowboy. I said they don't know that I'm a, they don't know that I'm a, they don't know that I'm a cowboy. I said they don't know that I'm a, they don't to the north, giddy up. I'm the best, I'm a southern cowboy. I was born in a town, everybody saddle up. It's about to go down. I said, they don't know that I'm a, they don't know that I'm a, they don't know that I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up, it's about to go down, 'cause it's a showdown. They don't know that I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up, it's about to go down, 'cause it's a showdown. They don't know that I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm riding in the wind with my head in the clouds. Everybody saddle up, it's about to go down, 'cause it's a showdown.